Okay, hope you can hear me, because it's been absolutely blowing a gale today. It's been sunny and hot, but that wind has been really strong, and it's had a few repercussions on a few things, which I'll show you as I go around. But I thought I'd just have one quick run around. This is just this year, and it's coming on really nicely here. All the flowers doing really nicely. So, well, as you can see, the wind has blown that one over. They are a good size, and need to do a bit of weeding. There you are. Weeding done. That was hard. Right, but yeah, they are bulbing up very nicely. This was all unused space, so what I've decided to do is use it up and put some shallots in. So they're just I can't remember the name of them at the moment. It will come back to us, but I've put a shallot. These are from seed, so I'll only get one shallot each, but there's about 20 or so in that container. The rhubarb that's in the ground, I should say, loads of sticks, really happy being in the ground there. The raspberries, as you can see, oh, there's a fella there, but yeah, absolutely full of fruit now. They are all, or just about all there. Most of them are developing fruit now. So raspberries doing really nicely. Carrots doing very well, battered by a bit of wind and rain, but I'm sure they'll be alright. Right, potatoes, as you can see, doing really well, but the winds, as you can see, it's snapping leaves off the front. As you can see, the winds really bashed them, so I'll just remove them, keep the good stuff healthy. But other than that, it is doing well. I'll just see to that one as well. Right, okay. The first earlies over there are looking a bit bedraggled, but they are not that far off from supposedly being harvested. But I'll leave them a bit longer, because this is not the sunniest part of the garden. It does get the sun, but not the sunniest, so I'll give them a bit longer. Oh, while I'm here, I'll just show you. I thought these were gladioli, but they've actually turned out to be iris by the looks of it, but it's a lovely flower. And there's another one down there, and another one just going to come through. The carrot fly resistant carrots are coming through nicely now, and the sweet peas, these are all starting to flower now. And they're lovely. I don't know if you can really tell the colour that well, but these are a really vivid pink. lovely colour, and I've got some lovely sort of red ones coming through there. This is the broad bean that's been outside. The stem is looking a bit old and battered, a bit brown, but it seems healthy. And as you can see, I've got beans coming through, oops, all the way up it. So it seems to be doing alright. Me onions that have had the haircut seem to be not any worse for wear, and they are bulking up quite nicely now, as are all the others, doing really nicely. These have been getting a bit of a battering with the wind, but they're not too bad. They're a bit crowded. The cabbage really doing well, liking it here. The red, now which one is it? Oh, that's it. That's the red drumhead, doing really well. That's the cauliflower. The primo cabbage, they're doing really well in there. Some more red drumhead, a little bit behind the others, but still doing alright. The kohlrabi, and I'll try and get underneath so I can show you. There you go. Rounding up really nicely, doing really well. Beetroot, it's all in there, doing really well. Shallots, there are my leeks in there, doing alright. And some more cauliflower in there, again, doing very nicely. I've got to put this netting back. The wind's just blowing it at the moment. But yeah, they're my some more leeks. They're the elephant leeks, and they're doing really nicely. It's just all that wind at the minute, just blowing everything about. But yeah, the monarch celeriac doing alright in there. I think they've took. And in here is the celery, and that one there, that was, well, that's all the old leaves which have died off, and I thought they would, but it's got some new growth there, some new leaves which seem to be upright and what have you, so that's doing alright. This one is a bit better still, so there's a couple of celery in there. I'm not a big eater of celery, so I just thought I'd grow a couple and hopefully get a few sticks off, you know, for the soups and the casseroles and what have you. But yeah, the cabbage really doing well. It's starting to get like the head starting to form with the tight curls in there, but hardly if any nibbles out of them, so this netting is doing the job. Sorry for the rush, but I'm trying to keep these videos a bit shorter. These here are Tom Thumb peas. These are sort of a dwarf pea variety, and I thought I'd give it a go. Should do really well in a pot. The garlic celery, garlic chives coming through quite nicely on there, doing alright. This potato here has really had a battering. As you can see, most of the leaves have been torn and battered, but have flowers and some flowers there. So this one is flowering, so I think it's a bit ahead of the others. So this one will be one of the first to harvest anyway. So I'll just basically keep this going for a bit longer, and hopefully there'll be some potatoes down there. Right, lettuce really coming along now. Just wave this fella around. There you go. These are my French beans, and as you can see, starting to curl around. The wando peas doing lovely. Try and get these peas to go around the pea stems. Bit of support, but yeah, doing really well. The strawberries slowly developing. There you go, there's one gust of wind, I've probably heard that. Oh, this fella here is a runner from this plant, and he's doing really well with all this fruit. So there's the stem, if you can follow my finger, it goes down here and then into this pot. And what I've done is just fastened them down with a bit of stick, so the base of this flower is touching the soil, and that'll cause it to produce roots at where my finger is. And then once it's grown on and you know it's took and it's supporting itself with its own roots, you just chop it about there, and that'll be a new strawberry plant. So I'm starting to take some strawberry cuttings now. So there you go. The garlic is taking a battering. As you can see, it's all bent over and what have you. So we'll see what they turn out like. They're very thin. I don't think I'll really get much from the ones in this basket. I thought they'd be alright, but to me, I mean, there you go. That's it there. It's not that big, and to be honest, it doesn't look as though it's split, but we'll see. I'll give it a bit longer. The sweet corn really took now, and really getting a little bit heightened size to them now. So they're alright here, and there's some at the back there. There's one there, and then there's another fella here. Peas with the sweet corn doing really nice. And well, there's a potato plant here. He's doing really well. It's sheltered here, so he's not doing too badly. Some strawberries really come along. Shouldn't be that long before they start to turn red. Beans. This is my bean plant, and see if you can see it, but there's bean there, one there, one there, one down here, and well, it's hard to make out, but there are others that are forming. There's, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a few there as well. So the beans are really coming on. There's more down there. So the beans are really starting to form now, so that's a good thing. Quickly pop into the greenhouses while the wind's died down a bit. Right, this is my organ melon, And unfortunately, right at the tip there, unfortunately a snail or slug's got in and he nibbled the growing tip. But at the joints there are some leaves growing, see it particularly there, so I'll keep persevering. I'll put a load of slug pellets down around it. It is happy there, but obviously it's a bit of a setback. It'll take a little bit longer to recover, but that's fair enough. Cucumber at the back there, doing really well, he's happy there. And basically all my tomatoes plants really starting to flower now. Getting quite a few on that one, and this is me indigo rose, my black tomato, really flowering now. And some starting to form on there. Cucamelon down there, he's doing alright. He's quite happy there, I think. I've planted a couple of gherkin cucumbers down there. They haven't come through yet, but early days. Courgette, Black Beauty, I put a couple of seeds in there. This is my uchikuri, and as you can see in the centre there's loads of growth, nice and green, even a few flowers by the looks of it. This fella here, he's the same. This is the hurricane winter squash, and loads of green new growth going there, so that's happy. King of the North chili, not a chili pepper, just a King of the North sweet pepper. He's nice and green and doing alright there. Me asparagus, this one was only about that high the last time I made a video, and he's that high now, so this one doing really well. The one that was over there has wilted and died, so I don't know if that root hasn't took, but this one has, or whether that one's from that root. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, everything in here doing really nicely. It has been quite hot in here, mainly because I haven't been able to put the doors open with the strong winds. But I did wet the floor and that helped it to keep cool. But yeah, it does get quite hot, especially on windy days. So I'll go into the next greenhouse and just shut this and secure it. Shouldn't take too long with this one. Right. Okay, so the fella at the back there, he's my Biscayne pepper. Doing really well. I've given him a dose of Epsom, but it hasn't really started to do anything yet. But he seems alright. There's another tomato, Marmande, really bushing. Now, this is my cucumber with the cucamelon at the base, and as he's there and he's up to there now for the cucamelon, and the Tasty King cucumber, he's really shooting away now. And there is I think I did say, yeah, where is he? Well, there's one there that's hiding in between there where my nail is. There's a one there, and where's my finger? There you go. There's another one there. So I'm getting a few on this one. another King of the North. That is big banana, doing alright, getting a few flowers on them. Another tomato, loads of flowering, and another one, that's a Gardener's Delight, doing really well. Me outdoor Martinas, they're doing really well, enjoying being potted on. So I'll leave them for another week or so and then plant them outside in their own pot. These are my watermelons, and there's growth in the centre there. There's definitely something growing, so I think they've took. And then this is my Atlantic Giant. And, well, as you can see, nice big leaves, and in the centre there, as you can see, flowers and stems, new leaves. So yeah, my Atlantic Giant is doing really well in here. Now which one's this? Me Melon Melba. Need to get in a bit close for this one. As you can see, there is green leaves, and he is starting to come in the centre there. So I think he's took and he's okay in there. And this is my dahlia, which I almost stripped the other week with cuttings, and as you can see, there's loads more that I can take. Might do that tomorrow. So, yep, generally, these are a couple of tomato plants for my sister, which I need to give to her. I've actually got flowering truss on them, but yeah, doing really well. Actually, as you can see, it's got quite a few suckers on them, which I will take off. There you go. So yeah, doing really well. This is my crystal apple cucumber, and as you can see, there's plenty of new growth coming at the top there. So I think he's took as well. And finally, me strawberries, me red and white wild strawberries. As you can see, I don't think I've got one that hasn't. No, they're all there. One or two smaller ones like that one over there, but generally I think most of them, and particularly like that one, producing new leaves from the crown. So doing really well. So I'm pleased with them. I think I'm going to have me full 32 or whatever it is of strawberries. Well, this is in my garage. This is just the odds and sods of what me sort of sensitive plants that are being grown, such as me melons, squashes and what have you. They're alright in here, getting second and third leaves. That's my Atlantic Giant, which is really doing well, but not as good as the one outside. I've sorted a few other things. The first is these, which are some more tomato, but these are bush tomatoes, and they are Red Robin, so they're just almost ready to pot on. There was the Tom Thumb peas, which I've shown you in the earlier clip. The dahlias, as you can see there, both them two at the back really doing well. This one He's looking a little bit on the limp side, but then he doesn't have fully developed roots yet, so I expect these to be a bit limp, certainly at the top, but it does have some new leaves, which I believe will be where the new growth comes from, so they're alright there, but the ones at the back, they're really doing well, so I think I might have success there. Yeah. Oh, and this one, which is a bit of a weird one, it's a dwarf French bean, which is a kidney bean, yin and yang. Now this one, I'm not quite sure, I don't think trying to get it to focus. There you go. I think it didn't develop quite as it should. It's lost one of its sea leaves, but so I don't know if there was damage caused at the top, but it is, I think, producing some stems to compensate for it, so I think it is working, but it's had a bit, I think that's the other half to the leaf. So yeah, so that's the, so this is the dwarf French kidney bean, yin and yang. As you can see, it's grown, but one of the seed leaves has fell off, and I think because it didn't have the protection, it had damage on the growth tip. But I think there's some growth happening in the centre there. It's focusing out. I think there's some growth in the centre there. I might sow one or two more, just in case this one is damaged beyond repair. But yeah, I'm going to try this, because with this being a dwarf variety as well, it'll do well in a pot. So, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm off to a good start with this. We're just going to have to see. Right, well that's it then. Some good points, there's some things not brilliant, but I'm sure I'll recover. Thanks again for commenting, and everyone who's subscribed. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. So until the next time, from my pot garden, see you later.